Hello, it is June 15th. Started to be, second to last week on this project. And I notice now that, I have maybe become a bit more vocal now that I learned that the project comes to an end. I think for the very first time in this project I was actually there's a repeating theme that people think that a certain threads and my Java applications might be causing certain things, but it has been in production for a year now and it works, and it's always had threads in it. But then when there's problems, then might it be your threads? Might it be your threads? Might it be your threads? And normally I've just said that, well, if we look at this realistically, then this, and this has happened. So it's very unlikely that it would be caused by this. But today I said, could we now please stop talking about them? It is impossible that it would have anything to do with anything. But yeah, I'll miss some of the people in the project, but what do you call it? Some are a bit rough around the edges, like we all are. But what do you call it? I noticed for myself that I've held back a lot. Not necessarily the worst thing to do, but yeah. Went to misto again. I had some kind of a salmon dish that is, I can't really describe it. It was some kind of a weird porridge, tomato, beans, tomatoes, some kind of sauce. The sauce was very good. I actually dropped my bean. There's a salad bar with beans and stuff like that. So it was so good, the sauce, that I chucked the beans in there in the salad and drenched them in this sauce and ate it. Then took a absolutely horrible, I took the bicycle ride to work first, and straight when you come from this leading, I think it's called, when you start off, there's a very steep hill. I think I made my record with one of these Swedish city bikes, and especially since you don't know where it's ending. And I think I went over 30 kilometers an hour, and found myself didn't get lost and got to work. But then coming back, the start of the journey went all right, but then coming back the same hill was waiting for me, and a lot of people were actually walking their bikes, so it was too big of a challenge for them. But I put it in the smallest gear and hammered up, and what do you call it, that might have been a bit too much, because I'm slightly shaky at the moment. I can't remember the word, but they used some other term for this shaky condition. And then after that I watched Switzerland tie 1-1 It was a beautiful volley goal by the Swiss team. I can't remember the player's name. But then I went to a local Chinese restaurant and had a bibimbap with shrimp, king prawns, I think they're called. And my walking, because it's still from the rest, I left the bike and then I walked about 100 meters to the restaurant. I had planned this because I knew my walking would be horrible. So I went to eat and spent about half an hour there, maybe 45 minutes, and then I walked to the hotel. But it isn't pretty after exercise. And I'm looking in this CCS VI thing. There's actually quite many clinics doing it, but the cost of the treatment, it's easily 6,000 euros. So let's see whether I'll do it or not. I'm gonna talk to my neurologist, or I don't know if it's yeah, that's one thing that I'm not certain whether we get in the public sector your own doctor. I think they're switched all the time, so you don't get a feeling that somebody's personally taking care of your status. That it is, you just get a random doctor who looks at your papers, and that's about it. So not good. But anyway, I tried a time-lapse video from the hotel window, but it's the parking lot and there's just trees. And then I had judged the position where the sunrise is wrong, so I was pointing slightly off. But if you get it directly on it, you can sometimes get a very nice time-lapse video, especially if there's clouds and the sun, so that there's these big elements moving. But anyway. So, if the weather is any good next week and things go as I plan, this will be my absolute last time in the context of this project sitting on the #1 bus. It's kind of funny. I decided to take this one instead of 72 is because it's less walking, and my walking today is bad. And the other reason is that this is how I started 20 months ago. I came with this bus through this very neighborhood, and I was scared, or not scared, but hesitant where I was going and what was going to happen. I was just trusting my Here Maps solution that is now bought by BMW. Good news is that we decided to restart absolutely everything, and suddenly stuff started to work. And what do you call it? It is working beautiful. The only problem is our IQ, which still has issues with it. But they're not on my end, in the sense that my end is similar. It is the validation that happens on the bus later on. I trust the boys will sort it out. So, I'm arriving at Arlanda. And I forgot to mention on #1 bus that my, what do you call it, lunch was cod again, surprisingly, and well, green salad and some bread with dried fruit in it. I kind of like it. It's small portions and it's halfway according to my food philosophy. And here we arrive at Orlando. So, traveled home successfully. No big issues. Saw the England-Wales game on... It's funny, when I'm in Sweden, I can... What do you call it? I can pick up Yle Areena, which is the Finnish broadcasting company. I can pick it up on my cell mobile data, but if I hook up to a wireless network, then it says, no, you can't use it abroad. It's funny because the cell phone is actually abroad and they should detect that, but I get to view channels, or Finnish channels, over my what do you call it, mobile data. Tamarin, which is one of our favorite Indian restaurants, Thai restaurants, it has landed in Myyrmäki. It's previously been in Jumbo and Iso Robertin Katu and a couple of different locations. But I was bitterly disappointed. Their lunch offering was not good. And it cost a tenner per adult, a fiver for a kid. So, not good. And yeah, one thing that I've now noticed is that my walking style, I analyze these things, is that I don't go through or I'm kind of, my steps are like flapping one by one, but now recently I've paid attention that I would curl my foot through properly. And one thing that has kind of led me to realize that there's something going on with my feet, which is very recent, is that I feel like my toes are slightly sticking together. And now I'm thinking that maybe because I haven't walked properly, it hasn't forced them to move naturally. So I'll pay attention to that. But anyway, Jesus is